864-0053.
God bless you. This is Pastor Phillip Washington, and I'm going to be a voice of inspiration, a voice of encouragement to encourage you in scriptures. Let's get started. Well, God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Amen. We're live at the radio station. I'm the Prophet Divorce, the senior pastor of the Promised Land Community Church, and we've been going all week long, and we've been talking about your health is your wealth, and we're so glad that this Friday, again, we had such a response and inboxing of people that enjoyed Dr. Remington, as well so fitness trainer and also lifestyle coach, Ms. Shanletta. And we again, ladies and gentlemen, we're blessed to greet you. We're live in the radio station, and we have again lady, we have our own mother, I call her mother, Nurse Rowena. She's 50 years into nursing, and she's a public health figure, and she has really been advocating diabetes. Her company is AAA Learning Institute. And we are going to be launching that from the Promised Land Community Church as AAA Healthcare Institute. And we thank God for that particular company that is partnered up with. We're working together. And again, we have in the studio Dr. Remington Jr., and she is a licensed pharmacology clinical clinical pharmacologist.
Clinical
pharmacist, and she is expert in diabetes. And we have her live again. And what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, every Wednesday, Health and Wealth will be presented from KKVV live radio station. And we want you to tune in and get this information. And the day is going to be day of registration. And we want you to contact us so that you can know how you can participate and how you can get involved. The number here is, ladies, for you that want to register, please do register. The number is, you contact Rowena Tramp. That's Rowena Tramp. And that number is 702-686-5770. That's 686-5770. And we are sponsored by the Southern Nevada Health District, as well as the National Diabetes Prevention Program. We're CDC, and we're teaching type 2 prevention training. And at this particular time, I'm going to yield the floor that these wonderful experts will share and encourage you in the things that we know are edifying and strengthening you. Miss Rowena, will we start out with you?
I'm only going to say good morning and to tell everybody that the next class for the Prevention Diabetes Program, the CDC supported program, begins September the 12th. And we'll tell you again at the end. Dr.
Remington.
Hi, again, this is Dr. Remington Jr. I'm a clinical pharmacist who specializes in diabetes care, education, and therapy medication management. This is a continuation from our discussion yesterday, Nutrition Makes a Difference. So we left off on what to eat. Just to recap, you want to choose foods that are low in calories, low in fat, low in sugar, high in fiber, high in vitamins, minerals, and protein. So that would be considered like whole foods. And it can include dairy, healthy fats such as like nuts, avocados, fish. Fruit can always be consumed, but in moderation. And we want low or zero calorie drinks. Ideally, if we're going to be consuming calories, which is a form of energy, we want it to be from protein and fat and carbohydrates, not sugars.
Can I quickly ask a question? Because a lot of people think that if they go and take a lot of fruits together, like and mix them all up, is that really healthy to eat if they put together bananas and berries and a lot of acidic fruits and stuff? Is that really healthy when you consider low carbs and low vitamin? Is that a healthy diet?
Yes, but it's in moderation.
Moderation.
Our fruits contain lots of antioxidants, vitamins, fiber. Those are things that we need. Also, the thing about fruits is that some fruits are higher in sugar than others, and so we need to also look at our carbohydrate consumption and look at our total sugars intake and work with our calories that we're have for a daily basis. Gotcha. Or per meal, so we can stay within our meal plan.
Okay.
So I don't tell people not to eat fruits, because things that are low carbs like blackberries, blueberries, cranberries are pretty high in antioxidants.
Right.
And they're low carb, but they're fruits.
Okay.
We're just. And so what we want to do is focus on eating patterns. You want to have a combination of different foods or different food groups that characterize like relationships between nutrition and health promotion and disease prevention. Right. So That's the key point for your food or meal plan. not a diet. Okay, so we have some meal planning resources. There's two. There's the United States, the USDA Choose My Plate. We also have the American Diabetes Association Create Your Plate. Essentially, you have a plate that's no more than 8 inches. Half of it is just non-starchy vegetables, and then you divide the other half in half. So you have a fourth of a protein, a fourth of a carb or starch. And then those are things that you could, if you have access to medical nutrition therapy, you and your dietitian can determine what portion sizes or quantities or ounces of each, starch and protein that's applicable for your diet. So finally, we're going to talk about tracking food. And this is so important because we need to know how many calories we're eating. There's a difference between thinking how many calories you eat versus the actuality. And to prevent type 2 diabetes, as mentioned yesterday, we want to at least lose some weight. If we could at least lose at least 5 to 7% of our total body weight, then that could reduce our risk of diabetes in 10 years up to 35 or 34%. And to lose weight, we need to have decreased calories consumption. So tracking your food helps you work towards your weight goal. Recall 1 pound equals 3,500 calories.
Oh, wow.
So if we could reduce 3,500 calories once a week, then it's a guarantee that you can lose 1 pound. But you don't have to do it 1 pound. 3,500 calories per week. You can do the reduction of 3,500 calories over a 2-week period and not have you lose 1 pound per every 2 weeks. Okay. So how do you do it? You create a log. Write down what you're eating, the timing of your meals, and how much you eat. Mm-hmm. How do you need to measure the quantity, so you can measure it using cups, scales, measuring spoons, and you can record your portions, and that would be volume, weight, or how many pieces of an item that you consumed. And then that's really the end of my discussion for how nutrition makes a difference.
So it does make a difference.
So how do you take that information and take it to someone that's totally been having a savage lifestyle in eating? How do we process the numbers, the calories? I know for me, myself, and to be honest, the writing down and the charting was challenging for me to document everything, because that in itself was a mental change. So when we are speaking to those that are watching us that may be suffering from a little bit of diabetes and on the verge of high blood pressure, what would your advice be to them? What would your words be to me? I'm coming to you and I'm telling you my eating habits are crazy. I don't eat right. What would you say to me?
Okay, so I am not a dietitian or a nutritionist, but because I have background in diabetes management, the first thing I tell my patients is just to write everything you can down. That's the easiest way to do it because it's a level of accountability and you actually have an idea of what you're eating. And then from there, we just look to see nutrition labels, kind of calculate how many servings you're having, and based on the nutrition label, you can calculate the amount of calories you're consuming. Mm-hmm. And then I or someone else would contact your physician to determine what your weight loss goal would be, how many calories you should consume per day, and then or a nutritionist, what your weight loss goals would be.
You make it really serious, bro. And I say that, no, I'm not just, I'm teasing, but I'm saying that because you really put it to the point to where this is really something that you need to consider doing. This is not something to play with, because I know a lot of people, they play with their eating habits. They don't. Mm-hmm. They play with what they think. Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna eat this, and then they'll start out eating healthy in the morning.
Right.
But then end up eating not healthy later on in the evening. And what I'm garnering from you is a lot of information in regards to the calorie intake, yes, and then the various of food that you put, because you made notion to the fact some fruits are more sweeter than other fruits, yes, and it can maybe not be as healthy for you, though you may be feeling that I had a fruit bowl, I had a fruit of this and I had a fruit of that, not recognizing that you might want to be careful to what fruits you would want to eat. And Mrs. Rowena, anytime you want to chime in, Kepler.
Well, what I was saying is that's why we're sharing this information with people, so you can come to the class, register, and we have 22 one-hour sessions, and you will be given and assigned your own personal lifestyle coach that has been trained in the CDC approach, pre-diabetic approach. And that's why it's a not a 50-yard dash, but it is a marathon. And so it's little by little we learn how to make adjustments. It sounds overwhelming at first, but we take you by the hand. Your own personal lifestyle coach will work with you to show you how. And in the class, we sit down, we actually take a plate, and you get your own plate to learn how to portion, because it's hard to think of it when you're saying, I got to do this, I can't do it. And so we move it from I can't do it is to I will do it.
I will do it.
And we'll show you how to do that.
And then it becomes a natural behavior because you have implemented these changes over a course of time, and you've been able to learn how to substitute, quote unquote, the bad foods for better alternatives. So you can still enjoy the foods that you like. They're just healthier options.
And we help you understand that process. Everyone in our class, we've been doing, this is now our third year, everyone in our class reached the 5% weight loss or more. Everyone.
Yeah,
and
that was good.
That when we shared that information with the Southern Nevada Health District, they really paid attention, because most people, a lot of people just do 2 weeks here and 2 weeks here. It doesn't work. But for sustainability, you need a little bit and a little bit and a little, and the change happens. We will have people who will tell you, who've been through the program, who have done it, and they'll tell you that some weeks we do well and some weeks we do better. So, but if you take the time and go step by step, and the writing it down is the discipline.
Yes.
Because most of us, we talk everything. We talk and talk and talk and talk. But when you have to write it down, you have to stop, gather your thoughts, and get a plan. And we show you how to do that. We give you the kind of ways that you can do your logs. And then there's the accountability, because your lifestyle coach will be asking you to go over those things that you did the last week.
Wow.
Well, it also provides an avenue for change.
Yes.
Because you see what you've been eating, and then you can either decide what you're going to eliminate or reduce, or maybe find healthier options.
Okay. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, you want to be a part of this particular session that will be held at Nevada Partners, and the time that will be located September the 12th. And we want you to contact so that you can register. You definitely want to register, because this is very important. I built so many relationship friends over these last 2 years now that we've been doing this, and it has been very fruitful. And number again is 702-686-5770. That's 702-686-5770. You can contact that number, AAA Healthcare Institute, where the learning is being perceived. And we want you to there. We're partnered up with Southern Nevada Health District, Promised Land Community Church, as well as the Urban Community Project. And the National Diabetes Prevention Program is sponsored by CDC. And we're definitely certified lifestyle coaches trained in the areas of type 2 prevention. And we have in our support a clinical doctor pharmacology, and also she provides assistance in the service in other areas that she will be talking about further down in the week. So we want you to tune in to next Wednesday, 11:45 every day, every Wednesday from here on out to September. We will be here giving information, sharing out. We've donated this time simply because your health is your wealth, and we value your health. And I'm honored to be in the presence of Dr. Remington and her expertise. I know she takes a very modest, humble lady, amen, that has served and sacrificed for the betterment of African Americans, all colors, amen, whether you're white, whether you're brown, does not make no color reference, gender. We want to serve you, and the time that we have is to serve you. Tune in again. That number is 702-686-5770. Our time is up, and we love you. Go in peace. Hi, I'm Prophet Phillip Washington, the senior pastor of the Promised Land Community Church. Our location is 3646 North Las Vegas Boulevard, and we would like to invite you out to 2 services on Sunday morning. That's 9:30 and 11 o'clock. We also have our Wednesday night Bible study at 7 p.m. every second and fourth Friday of the month. We would like to invite you to our evangelistic service. The time of that service is at 7 p.m., and we would love to see